magnetic field and with the second sun. That's why they're trying to tell you that magnetism is getting weak. They wish it would get weak, because once we can begin to become the spiritual contacted souls that we are, we can use all of those things for our own good. And it will heal faster, we'll think faster, we'll be able to bilocate, we'll be able to astral travel. Everything we think we could do, which the planet used to be able to do until they lowered the vibrations of the planet, is being restored, because the planet is being let out of prison, and the planet can take with her whoever she wants. We're nothing but mitochondria anyway. I hate to put it like that, but that's what we are. On the big cell, returning to the higher parts of the earth, of the Creator's body.
Okay. Let's get to the next call. We was just in California. I think this is an Atlanta area code 404. Let's caller, are you there? 404-368.
Yeah, I'm just listening, Bro Rich.
Okay. All right. Thanks for listening, brother.
All right.
Peace.
Yeah, and for the brother who called from California, they remember the website. Even though I'm not up there again, I still need support, because you know, ain't nobody on the wrong side of the fence going to support me with the things I say and break it down so anybody can understand it. So without your support, I'm lost. So anyway, out there, yeah, they stopped bringing me on the front page, but there's still some people trying to get me out there. The sister that brought me there before, and trying to get me up there into the Oakland, San Francisco. By the way, too, out there in California, be very careful. They have started a lot of seismic activity out there in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, and kind of be wary of those signs. There's a lot of people and a lot of consciousnesses that are being trained to try to stop this from happening by meditating. This is where people can really use that prayer, not just talking about get a governor elected or a mayor elected or a president elected, that you get the president of the world, meaning by that again, the world governor, the source of earth, that you support the earth and to make the earth, ask earth to be peaceful and to counteract these things they're doing, because they're really to wipe people out like mad, man, believe me. And they're doing a lot of these seismic things underneath the ocean. This is why we're getting all these tsunamis and these. Anytime you get a tsunami, something either imploded that came from outside in Christ or blew up underneath there. They're not telling you why these earthquakes are being sounded. But that also is part of the scalar technology. And with your mind, enough minds concentrating with spiritualness, you'd be surprised what you can do. You can affect people, you can affect places, you can affect things. But the main thing is they have to have some kind of resonance that you have to tune to. So I wanted to throw that out there, too, because had I been allowed to come to the front page, I would have told people this. But, of course, as I say, they're no longer inviting me to speak out there.
Give them your website again, Dr. Blair.
It's www.themetacenter.com. That's TheMetacenter. www.themetacenter.com. There's somebody out there in New York that stole Metacenter from me now, too. I've got some brothers looking into that, and Brother Rich, I need to talk with Brother Rashid, too, and all about that kind of thing. But somebody out there is using the Metacenter, and it's confusing people because they call it the Metacenter East. I have no Metacenter East. The only Metacenter is located here in Chicago. Okay, so that's another thing. And, of course, our landline is 708-422-6685. 708-422-6685. And I hope some people either recording this or writing some of this down, because I need to get your help. I need you to buy some of these products. They can help you, but they can't help you if you don't get them.
Hey, Red Pill, what was you telling me about something about the red cloud? Where was that at? It was like a big
Australia.
red... Okay, yeah. What happened
the
with
red
that?
dust cloud in Australia.
Have you heard of that, Dr. Blair?
No, I haven't heard about a red death cloud in Australia.
Now, what exactly happened?
How long?
It actually happened right before the occurred in Indonesia, which is, close to Australia. And it happened twice. It was a red dust cloud that had the whole of Australia, Sydney and the outside places looking completely red. It was similar to the movie Mission to Mars when they were on Mars. That's how it looked.
Wow.
So
I
you
heard...
can find it on Google. They didn't report it. They underreported, but it's on YouTube and it's on Google also.
It's on YouTube and Google?
Yeah.
What do you type in? Australia red death cloud, or?
You put Australia red dust cloud.
Okay, writing that down. I would definitely do that to get some of my people in the center to do that. For sure. No, I hadn't heard anything about that. I had heard that they were been saying that there was a sandstorm with germs in it coming out of Africa, and
Really?
they put that. Oh yeah, and this is how they were preparing to get the swine flu foolishness by, because they were going to say that it mixed with this cloud that came from Africa, and that's why I guess it's going to attack black people. I have no idea the ridiculous type of things that they assuage, but I know that they were talking about this was coming. But of course, there are sand that does come out of Africa, and if you notice the people on the islands, in the Caribbean especially, in St. Croix, St. Thomas, Puerto Rico, all those places like there, they tell you that's their legend, that cloud that comes out of there dissipates hurricanes. And when the cloud doesn't come out, you get more hurricanes. The only thing they're not understanding is these are not natural cloud formation nor natural hurricanes. These are HARP and Isaacat and Scalar and Elata out of Russia. These are weather modifying devices. So the same thing that used to do one thing doesn't do it anymore, because we got a new god in town, the god Technology Nano, up there trying to mess with the earth and trying to mess with us.
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't know that, and I'm going to definitely look into it.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep the phone lines coming in. Talk to the people from around the country. This is an 803 area code. Don't know where this is from. 803, are you there?
Yeah, this is Planet of Brooklyn. This brother don't stress that much.
Okay, what's going on, brother? You got a question for Dr. Blair?
Yeah, I would like to ask Dr. Blair, being that the universe is changing at a high rate, would we feel the gravitation of the earth? Say when you're walking, you feel like sometimes you float up or balance, or like you have some sort of unbalance, or if you're sitting still, sometimes you feel your body pulling forward, like wanting to go, or how would I say, the spirit wanting to go before the body. Would that be possible?
Yeah. Now you hit on something very, very interesting, and you made it very succinct, very to the point. Many people are going to suffer what they call imbalance in the semicircular canals. Okay. Just like the brother was calling in there, and he didn't say tendinitis, but I say that's what they mostly diagnose. You got tendinitis and this kind of thing. We are not physical. We are souls in a physical body to experience life on third dimension and experience what it feels to move away from higher consciousness, what it's like so therefore you think about it before you do it again. We are souls, therefore, that have no form. We got into a formation that was necessary for a planet with a low gravitational field and a sun, and unfortunately a moon too here. So we're not physical. Remember that when things begin to happen, it seems like it's disassociated. Since we are not physical, and for the longest time we were told we were physical, now when you separate that, you get times when you're out of sync. And when your thoughts go to the soul plane, it kind of messes with, if I could use a vernacular, the body parts and body plane, because it's all interpreted through our brain and our central nervous system. The problem is that on the top of the 32nd vertebrae, as the Sephora teaches again, you have the mount, you have the lizard brain, or you have the animal brain, the reptile brain. And that reptile brain differentiates all thoughts and all energies that come up or down that spine. And that's what connects the physical body with the most high consciousness body. That activated body is being activated by McDonald's and Wimpy's and White Castle and every other thing, with all these genetically modified things, all these shots that people are taking, all this pus that they're drinking, eating in the form of ice cream and milk, all these things to caught that to get you so you can't reach that higher brain, and you get caught up in the reptile brain. The reptile brain does 4 things, and it does them, and they all start with F: fight, feed, flee, and fornicate. That's all it does. Most impulses now, getting from the music we listen, the food we eat, the things we drink, the things we breathe, are all to keep you just low. Fighting, feeding, you know what else again, and fornicating and flying away. You either fly or run from it or run to it or something like this. We're being told to stay low in vibration. So when you synchronize that, you accept it. But when you find that you can go from high consciousness and then you're interfered with by low consciousness, you're aware of that. It gets you out of balance. In many cases, your thoughts are so fast that they precede the actions of your body, and your soul is moving forward before the physical body responds to it. So that puts you out of sync, okay? But that's what you call, the good part of that is sixth sense. So what you do is you be still and let your mind go forth, and then let your body follow. That's what the chi is in martial arts. When you can do that, you can do wondrous things. But you must first be aware